Hey everybody, welcome back. I am so excited to show you what I've been doing for my December project. So seriously gotten into the Christmas spirit with the latest kit from Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. Look what I've been making. I've been making laminated, I guess, paper Doris, and I've been making these for some time now. This is not new for me, but this size definitely is. Look how adorable this little thing is. And I've actually never made a laminated paper Dori. I've always made them out of craft tex or out of fabric. So a laminated paper Dori, which everybody on the internet is doing on YouTube. So I thought, you know, why not give it a go? And gosh, I'm so glad I did. I am loving it. And plus with this new size, it's just the cutest thing ever. I can just imagine giving this to every one of my friends and them falling in love. So I've been practicing my sizes. Definitely in love with this smaller size. I'm going to be making a whole lot of these. These are great gifts. Yeah, so 4x6 size. This is lovely. I've never had a size this small. And I've added, in each one, I've added 4 little booklets. And this is what the binding looks like. It's so easy. I'm going to show you how I did it. It's kind of a, here's a slim. I think this is called a B6 slim. Gosh, I'm not very good with sizes. And also they're not the conventional sizes. I do alter them depending on what, whoopsies, we've got a little visitor here. I do alter them. Hey baby, what are you doing here? I do alter them depending on the paper that you have, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a little bit. So that one here, this one is my favorite. So this one uses the Bow Bunny papers from the December kit from Aunty Vera. Honey, come on. Say hello and goodbye. I love this. So this is like the ginger cookies with the icing, and on the inside is just this beautiful like pattern. I love it. And then if you remember my magazine haul, I suppose, the Christmas one, it came with these gorgeous papers, really thick cardstock, and it was about this big, so it was A4. I did not want to cut down, didn't want to cut it down because I didn't want to lose that, so I just used the entire paper. And that's how this size came about. And actually, you know what? I love this size. I'm actually used to this size more. Very different to this size, which is, no, those are the same, which is different to this size. This is the 4x6 and way different to this size. And I just love them all. They're so different. So these are the ones I have filled with the booklets on the inside, and here are some more that I'm hoping to make. So I've got this gorgeous blue plaid with flakes on the inside. This gorgeous one, I love this one. I love these colors. This one here, once again, this is one of the paper. I couldn't cut down the village. I just couldn't do it. So it just had to be this big. Same with this one here. Didn't want to cut down the Happy Christmas banner, so this stayed this big. Love this one. This is gorgeous. I love the pattern. And I did try a few different things, and here's the last one, which was close to this one. And I was able to cut that down because up here was just starry sky. And same here, this was just snowy sky. So I did try a few different things. A couple of the girls on the internet did a couple of different things, and so I tried it to see what my style was, and they both worked really well. This is the one where you cut 4x6, 1x6 for the spine, then 4x6, and then you leave a gutter in the middle as you laminate. Otherwise, all you do is you just do 4 plus 1 plus 4, so that's 9 inches by 6, scoring but not cutting, and then you put it in, and then you don't have that problem of the gutters shifting, which is a bit of a little game that you have to play as you're feeding it through the laminator. But let's put all this aside, and what we're going to do today is we are going to make some of these using the beautiful Bo Bunny paper from the Aunty Vera December kit. Okay, so let's start up. I'll show you how I think of how my mind works at these things and how I build on or design my projects. This paper is the Carousel Christmas by Bo Bunny, and in two of the papers you've got a cut apart sheet that has 3x4 or 4x6 journaling cards. So for example, let's go with this one over here. You've got 4 along the side there to make it 12-inch. What we're going to do is we're going to cut 2. So we're going to have 2 together and then cut it off here. Alright, so go ahead and grab your trimmer. We're going to cut this strip off. Actually, we'll just use this one down here, just easier, already done. Alrighty, so there we go. Then all you're going to have to do is just score it down the middle between the 2 cards. And this is the back. Double-sided paper works well because it really does look nice. Okay, so you essentially have these 2 journaling cards make your booklet that is the inside of this. So you're going to need 4 booklets. For each of the sections of the elastics. So each one of these acts as one booklet. So you're going to need 4 of these. After that, you're going to need some copy paper. So I've got a whole lot of copy paper here, which I've cut down beforehand. These are, let's have a look. So it'll be 4 inches high, but it'll just be a little bit shy. So it'll be 5 3/4 by 4 inches, and you can fill your paper, your booklets, with however much paper you want, but let's just say we're going to put 10 in there. It's a good kind of thickness of a booklet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so after you've scored and inserted them into your booklet, all I did was I just grabbed my stapler, sorry, and I just did 2 staples. Now you can bind these any way you want. I just use a stapler because it's easier. You can thread it if you like. And there's your booklet. So you will repeat this 4 times until you have 4 booklets. So you're at the stage with your 4 booklets. And how cute are these? So gorgeous. I love them. I mean, and you could stop at this stage. I mean, these are booklets that you can make for any little occasion. You can add them as gifts to swaps or send them to friends, whatever you want to do. All right, so, but we're going to go one more step and we're going to turn it into like a little laminated Dori. So the next thing you need to do is choose your pattern that's going to go on the front. So what I did here was I used the candy cane and heart cookies, but I've finished that paper now. So sad I only had one of them. So the next thing is let's just have a look at some of these. So this one is all words with a little bit of green. That's kind of alright. This one has this cute pattern here, so I wouldn't want to cut that down, but I could use the top of it. So that's one. Same with this one here. I wouldn't want to cut this one down. And really, I should be scrapbooking with it, but that's a whole other story. Yes, we could use the very top here. So put that on the side. This one here, I used the, so I made one already with this one. Gosh, I love this one, cinnamon quills and orange. I used the top of it because I thought this was beautiful. And I mean, I think that this is a gorgeous size of a Dori on its own, and I think that's what I was going to do. I was going to make this into like a slim one. How beautiful are you? So this one's for another project, I think. So this one is blue with presents. So this was a possibility. If we think about one, here's a good one. This is nice. This is kind of Christmassy. Oh, this one's good too. Christmassy with Christmas trees. So this is a possibility. This one, I did want to hold on to this one, thinking that perhaps we were going to do something Advent-y, calendar-y. So let's do that. Same with this one. I didn't want to cut this one down because I wanted to fussy cut some of these and make some decorations. How cute is a snowman? Could always just use that top row because that's a beautiful cover right there. Definitely not using this one because definitely going to try and fussy cut these out and use them as elements, which I may even laminate, so definitely no. And I'm still trying to figure out what this is. Is it bells? Is it chestnuts? I don't know. I really don't know. And then here's the other page, and you know, this would have been a great cover, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to cut. I want to cut these up and use them as something else. So we're left with I think I might go to holly. That's kind of Christmassy. So holly it is. Alrighty, so the sizes that you need here are so let me grab my paper trimmer. So this is going to be 8 1/4 wide by 4 1/2. So 4 1/2, sorry, 4 1/2 high. Right. And 8, let me say 8 1/4, 8 1/4 wide. Alrighty, so next thing you need to do is score, but do not burnish. Alright, so you're going to find your half, which is 4 and a bit. Can't see through that holly. Still can't see through that holly. So 8 1/4, so it will be 4 and right there. And 4 and 1/8. 8, so score. Then go 1/4 of an inch to either side. There. And I'll put the measurements up for you. So definitely score. So half and then 1/4 on either side, but do not burnish this. Leave this straight. We are going to need it this size. The next thing you need to do is grab your laminator. Now let me pull up my laminator off the floor here. This is just a cheapy one I bought from Office Works. It's the Lowell brand, and it has worked a charm for me, so I don't need to buy the expensive ones. I also have the little laminating pouches. It comes in 100, and I bought this once and I'm never gonna finish it. It's great. Well, maybe I will now that I'm making laminated Doris. And what I am going to do, I usually have a few together just to save, but because I haven't cut anything down, what I might do is I might just cut it in half here and save this bit. And then all you're going to have to do is just feed this through. So I'm going to feed it through sealed edge first. Alrighty, so this is what we have afterwards, looking very nice and neat. The next thing you need to do is grab a few tools. So I'm going to grab my crocodile that has a small, I think it's a 1/4 of an inch, I'm not sure. If you don't have a crocodile, you could always use your hole punch, or you can always use your I'm using this Tim Holtz pokey tool. If you have an awl, use an awl. If you have a thumbtack, even use your thumbtack. It's no big deal. All you need to do is get a hole so that you can bind it with some elastic. So let's go ahead and do the hole first, and I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Now the reason why I got you to score here is so that you can see exactly where you'll be getting those holes. So you're going to come into the center line, and you're going to come up, so center line, and you're going to come up 1/4 of an inch from not the laminating sheet, but from the bottom of the paper. So go ahead and put right there. Same with the top side. Come in 1/4 inch. Alrighty, so you can use your pokey tool if you like, but I'm going to use my crocodile, and then I've set it to 1/4 inch here anyway, so I've basically just marked it so you can, that's the process that you need to do. But yeah, if you set your crocodile in there, it should be. Now when I punch, I push through this laminating part just to get exactly 1/4 inch. Alrighty, so 1/4 here, and then 1/4 here. Now what I want you to do is do the same on either side, so on those score lines. So you've got 3 holes, and I'm just going to eye this because I've done it so many times now, but if you want to go ahead and put your holes, measure, mark them and then cut them, you can definitely do that, just to be safe. Alrighty, so I'm going right in the middle, making sure that score line is right in the middle of the hole, and then I'm punching. Alrighty, so you've got 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. Now what you need to do is put a hole on the inside for the closure. So you're going to need some kind of tool. So this doesn't reach all the way in there. Some of the other ones do. I don't have that one. So that's why I have this pokey tool. Or if you don't have this, you can use a thumbtack. So you're going to measure, so what did we say this was? This was a 4.5. So you're going to go to half of that. So along the middle score line, half of that will be 2.25. And once again, if you just wanted to use just to mark the spot. Otherwise, you could just go in there with your awl or your pokey and do a little hole. Now wiggle it just a little bit because the elastic is quite thick here. You're going to have to put double elastic through. And that's done. So next thing you need to do is start binding with your elastic. Now, I use hat elastic. Can't find much elastic here. I can't find many in Spotlight or Riot or Lanecraft. So I found these in Kohl's. These are in the, like, I guess, you know, like where the sewing needles and all that is, that little section. Yeah, stationery section. I found this, and the stuff is perfect. Yeah, you can only get it in white and black, but that's all I need. So it's 5 meters, and actually I don't know how thin this is, but yeah, it's called hat elastic if you're looking for it. So let's go ahead and open that. Now this binding method, I tried a few from the girls, you know, just looking at some of the pattern that the elastic leaves, and this is the best one that I like. So I got this binding method from Bona, and she is Live Love Scrap on YouTube. I'm going to link her tutorial below so you can, you know, watch how she did it. So I'm just copying her method, which I love and I'm adopting. So what we're going to do is you're going to decide where your front and your back is. So I'm going to decide that the holly is going to be on the outside. So start from the outside and come in at the bottom. You're going to go in, up. All your straps will be on the inside, okay? So everything's on the inside. The outside looks like this. It just has 2 bands. So just remember that as you're binding, you'll figure it out. It's really intuitive. So in from here. All right, and then down again. So you're going to have 3 elastic. You're actually going to have 4, but let me just show you. It looks so you're binding in at the bottom, and then back out and in again, and then in here. Ready? So like I said, you've got 3, and just kind of pull them. Don't pull them tight. Don't pull them tight, but pull them taut, I suppose. Alrighty. So I hate slacky elastics. So on the other side, you've got this. So let's go ahead and finish the second one. So we're going to put that in there. Looks good. Now make sure. You know, you don't get much elastic, so I'm going to save some of my elastic. So make sure you've got it coming down. So my middle hole is here. Make sure it comes down to about this much. You don't need much more than that. So I'm just going to adjust my elastic now. So that it's good, right? So there we go. So you've got about 2/3 of the way down is this one. You're going to do the same thing. Adjust. So this is the main string here. Pull this up so that, you know, maybe it goes up to 2/3 or 3/4 of the way up here, and then cut it loose. Alrighty. So put away this elastic. You won't need this for now. Okay, so you've got one on the inside, one on the outside. So go ahead and finish that same pattern here. Slip this into the middle hole. And then you've got them both on the inside, and the outside is nice and neat. And then all you'll have to do here is just bind it nicely. But don't go too tight so that, you know, it pulls this. You don't want that to happen. So kind of bind it nicely. If you want to leave a lot more elastic, do so if it makes you, you know, comfortable. I've spent all yesterday making like so many of these, so I kind of know how much to cut at. And just like that. And that one that we just tied makes your 4th elastic. You just adjust it here so that they're running. Whoopsies. There we go. And that is your cover. Now remember we said there's 3 score lines here. You're never going to score. You're never going to burnish or fold on the inside one. I don't like, it makes a peak, which I guess is a personal preference for me. I don't fold along that inside. The only reason why I score on the inside is for me to allow me to know where to position these holes. And remember I said we came in at a quarter here and a quarter here, and that is the size that you're going to have to take in consideration of where your booklets fit in, okay? So your booklet will always be the size from this hole to this hole. Otherwise, sometimes you see Doris that bulge and the elastic bulges because the hole is down here and it has to go up and over. So it's best to go, you know, down onto or equal to where the booklet is, if you know what I mean. If you do a lot of these, you understand what I'm talking about. And as you start making your own, you'll know what I mean. So yeah, so now it's time to burnish on that first, on the outside of that one. And that'll be so easy to do. Leave that middle one, move along to the other one. That's nice and easy. That looks gorgeous. All right, now before we put our, oh, I can't help it. Let's just put one in and have a look and see. So this is what I mean about the holes. So the elastic just, it starts at the hole and then just goes straight in. It doesn't bulge over the booklet. So that's perfect. Now the last thing we need to do is make a closure for this. So closures can be many ways. Some start here, some are here. So the one I did today is going to start from the spine. These, when you make them here, they are a lot easier because you can always just get it right there. But no worries. So I'll show you how I did mine. So I have this, where are you? I have this plastic needle from one of my kids' craft sewing kits, and after he finished his monkey sock or whatever, his sock monkey, I grabbed this before he tossed it. So this is great. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to grab some elastic. How much do you need? Well, if you just measure, like it's going to go here and it's going to go around and it's going to go back here. So let's have a look. So let's say cut 12 inches, all right? Perfect. 12 inches of elastic is what you're going to need. Fold it in half and then put it through here, alrighty? Then with this is just how I do mine. You are going to pull it through. Getting there, and there we go. And this one slips right off. Alrighty, so hold on to this as you adjust how much it needs to be. So that's too loose. So grab this. And then, yeah, that looks pretty good. So right there is what I need. And this is all fiddling to your own specifications. So I'm going to go about that much. And remember, if you do it wrong, just undo the knot and try again. Yay, that's perfect. Look at my cute little Christmas story. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to call this Christmas Junk Journal. I don't know. You know when you make a project to give someone and then it's so cute that you don't want to give it to them because you want to keep it for yourself? We talk about this all the time on our Facebook group. That is when you know you have made a great project. It's so good that you want it yourself. That's where you know you've really done a good job and you have to actually give it. You have to give from that which you love. I think it makes you a better person, and I think it makes people love you more. So look at this. How absolutely gorgeous is this Dori? Wow, I'm so in love with these. I hope you give this a try. Now, like I said, I've got some other sizes. If you like, I'll put the dimensions below or on my blog, and you can use exactly the same method that I used here and make different sizes. Go ahead and give this a go, you guys. You are going to love it so much. Have a great day. Have a very safe holidays. Merry Christmas to you guys if you celebrate it. If you don't, have a great time off with your family. And yeah, see you in 2018.